Hi, darling. Hey. I have the most fantastic news. I was at work today, and there was a new actress. Her name's Jane. She plays like a guest role of a couple of episodes. She plays an FBI agent, but she, as in the actress, is actually British. And let me tell you, I was hanging on to every word that woman was saying because that sounded so sexy, just the way she talked. And I couldn't help but repeat every single word she said in my head. And on the car right back here, I was just like, what if I actually came home to my beautiful, beautiful love of my life? And I just saw how far I could take it with a British accent. Don't you agree? That sounds so fucking hot, be honest. Hiya, darling. How was work today? I had an absolute blast. It was so amazing. I was actually supposed to do a couple of precinct scenes, but then they got moved up and we actually ended up doing some chase scenes, so I had to run. And I was quite exhausted at the end of all of it. But it actually beat me going to the gym because I can just stay home and I don't have to go to the gym anymore. I know, right? I know, right? It's getting me all hot and bothered. So I thought it would be a grand idea to just stay in character for the evening and just try and see how far I could take it with you. Does that sound wonderful, darling? I feel like my voice is actually higher too, isn't it? Yeah, I feel it. It's fun. It's fun. So yes, her name is Jane, and she's from, I'm guessing, Bristol or something? But she moved here to Los Angeles, and she actually does a pretty good American accent, if I say so myself, because I'm actually a critic on good American accents. And so she plays an FBI agent, federal agent, that comes in and takes over a case, and she has a lot of tension, not sexually, but just, professional tension, I'd say, with Helen's character. And it's very interesting to see how those two police chiefs kind of battle it out. And she has some pretty good scenes too. Like she's very thespian, I'm pretty sure like she was in like a Shakespeare play at one point, like in the National Theater, or like, no, I don't think she did the Globe. No. But she could have. She could have done Shakespeare. If you hear her talk, that woman, like everything like she says sounds incredible. It's amazing. She could like list off like a phone book and I would be hanging on to her every word. It's insane. It's beautiful. I miss and you know what the worst part about that is? Is that when you actually go to I don't know if you've ever been to England or like to the UK in general, all of those accents always sound so exotic and beautiful and elegant when you take them out of context. But when you're in the middle of it, like when you're walking in London or something, like it kind of numbs out or something. Like you don't really register it anymore. I talk a lot of British when I go to like London or something because I like to blend in. I always feel like a secret agent or something. Like I always blend in like a little spy wise. If I speak like the local dialect of the language. But like as soon as you take like for example here in LA where you got people that actually sound like this all the time, like that, and if you take it and all of a sudden you put like, hello darling, how are you, my name's Jane, like that changes the game. Like I should pretend to be British more often. I mean, I already pretend to be American, so. Yeah, I know. I love the way it sounds. It sounds so sexy, doesn't it? Oh my god. I'm falling in love with myself. I'm totally kidding. I don't know where it came from. I can't, it's like a vocal stim. Like, I can't help but, I'm talking, like, I was like stopping at a gas station to get some gas, and I was just like, oh, I'm stopping for petrol. Every single thing I do. So, oh, it's a red light again. That's all right. I've got 30 seconds of time. Like, everything. Babe, it's amazing. You should try it. It's actually very therapeutic. It's incredible. Yeah. And it makes you sound so much like you feel more confident. I felt so much more confident. Like, if you like go to the store and like, you know, card please. I actually have a gift card. Okay. I've had my fun, sorry. Actually, no, I haven't. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm not sure if I can do like any others. I haven't really tried any others. I mean, if I think Scottish, I'm just gonna end up talking like Shrek, don't I? It's also not really like the most like romantic type of accents, the Scottish one. But I love the art of it. Like, it's very rolling art. It's like very different from like the regular. I'm so bad at this. And then when you go up to Ireland, it's actually far more, like, I also love kind of the way that the vowels are rounded in Ireland. This is really bad. This is me I'm actually actively doing a hate crime. It's okay, it's just the two of us, it's fine. You can take my stupid jokes. Actually, what I'm struggling with is the difference between the Australian and the New Zealand. Because the Australian, you know, it sounds like this, and it's much more like every vowel in Australian is very much elongated. Elongated, yeah. And I think the major difference between Australia and New Zealand is that, like, the EI sound. So, say, for example, you want to have a pen, you want to borrow a pen, you know, so it's like an E becomes an I. I'd like to borrow a pen. Yeah, I love New Zealand. Man, I love New Zealand. No, it's not. It's not because of like Lord of the Rings. It's just that I love New Zealand. I love Aotearoa. That's the Maori name. That's actually the name we should be using. Aotearoa, New Zealand. I just love like I love the movie scene there too, like the television and stuff. They make a lot of like good shows there. They have beautiful scenery. They have a lot of like, I mean, honestly, babe, it is a life goal of mine to be able to shoot in New Zealand for like a show or a movie at least once in my life. And I would love for you to come with me, because then you get to see firsthand how many sheep can fit up a hill. I always, when I think New Zealand, I think Maori and I think sheep on a hill. And that's really all that matters, doesn't it? Like, right? And they've got reverse seasons. So if we shoot like in winter here, I mean, LA is just kind of always just kind of the same. But like coming from Europe, like I would love just once in my life to like celebrate Christmas in like over 100-degree heat. You know, yeah, Fahrenheit. I still don't know how Fahrenheit works. Don't ask me. Yeah. Anyway, back to Jane then. I was actually talking to her during lunch, and I think a lot of people were kind of laughing at me that I was like attaching myself to her. I think she was flattered with like how much attention she was getting, because she like, I love her acting work. Like I haven't seen her like in any other stuff, but I definitely will be checking her out. She did like this movie about 2 years ago. It's like a drama film. It was like a woman like taking her child away from like an abusive home and doing like a road trip. It was very like, was Oscar bait, but I don't think it actually reached like that level. But it was a very, like, from what I can tell, like from what she told me, she really put like her all into it, and so I really want to watch it. But she was just so gracious, and honestly, like, I would love for her to come back. Like, I know she only signed like she's only got like a 3 or 4 episode arc. But I would love to have that woman around more, because I could listen to her talk for hours. I would love to like record like a podcast with her or something. Maybe she does audiobooks. I'll ask her. Does it look like I'm like very pleasantly like surprised by this woman? What? No. Baby. Darling. Don't say that. You and I both know that you are the love of my life, and there is nothing in this world I would trade you for. But if you had a British accent... Sorry. I mean, I was going to say I didn't mean it. All I'm saying is it's a freaking sexy accent. So, how's yours? Okay, do it. Do it. See? That sounds sexy as hell. See, you're everything that Jane is, and plenty more for me. Although, you're not really a thespian, are you? See, that's where you two differ. I mean, you could be. I know you do like an accountancy job, but like, you could act. I mean, you act nice around me all the time, and I don't deserve that, so. Yeah. I mean, have you read Shakespeare? I've read nothing of Shakespeare. It's like this thing that actors always think like Shakespeare is like the highest form of acting anyone could do or something, but I think most of the people that say that actually have never read like a Shakespeare piece, because it's fine. Like I love it. It's very revolutionary, but to me, it's not like the summum, like the peak of like thespianism, and that's where Jane and I disagree, very much so. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, you got a leg up on that. I am gonna like push for her to get more scenes though, because yeah, I always kind of cringed at the fact that like she has such a beautiful accent, and then whenever they like would yell action, she would just, hi, FBI, you know, like that really sucks. Like, I know that you can't be like FBI, but like they could have made her MI6, MI5, MI6. Well, I'm 27, but God damn it, Foster. Sorry, not sorry. That joke was very much worth it. But yeah, no, they could have made her like British, and I always kind of think it's like unfortunate that people with such beautiful native accents have to go American. American's beautiful, like it's a very unique thing, but then, you know, it's unfortunate is what it is, you know. All right, I'm gonna go grab some food. Is there anything you want from me before I leave? Of course you do, darling. Okay. I will get really close into your ear, and I will whisper to make it just that much more sexy. And I will say how very lucky I feel to have someone as beautiful as you in my life, and how much I wish that you could be here all the time. How much I love you, and I put enough petrol in the car that we could drive all the way down to San Diego. And honestly, I've put on my bucket list now that I want to play a British character because I really, really love how beautiful it sounds. So I'm going to fly down to London and meet with the people of the BBC. Would you like to live in London? Would you like for the two of us to get a beautiful little flat to look out on the Thames and live a beautiful, quaint life? Would you like that? Unfortunately, we still live in fucking Los Angeles where the traffic sucks. All right. Enough talk, enough jokes. I am going to... Oh my god, I'm gonna go get some food. And I'm gonna go take a nap. All right, how does that sound? My beautiful, sexy beast. Thank you, darling. Bye, darling.